from Idaho. I strive to provide interesting videos about motorcycles, fabrication, welding, electronics, machining, and general creativity. I hope you enjoy. Hello from Idaho. I'm putting LED headlights, brake lights, and backup lights in my Jeep. And I put these in. They're the same brand as I use very successfully on my Indian Scout. And on the Scout, they have a great cutoff. They penetrate well, they're really bright, and I like it very much. But these just put out a big ball of light. There's no cutoff. They're plenty bright. It's just that the oncoming drivers would be totally blinded. So I've ordered up another set that had a picture of the pattern actually in the advertisement, whereas these did not. And so I'm hopeful that I actually will get a good cutoff because that's what's shown in the advertisement. So this is the new lens. It has those projector type features in it which give it the nice cutoff. I'm only putting the new one in one side, so I'll be able to show you the difference. The reason I'm making this video is so that someone else won't get stuck with a light like is on the other side, and they'll be able to make a more informed decision. I wish I had. At any rate, I'm going to put in, on the right side, I put in the new LED headlight, and and then I'll put in LED brake light, tail light, and backup light. And then we'll take a nighttime drive and we'll compare. Okay, here is both headlights on low, but the remember the left one is the old LED and the right one is the new LED. Now watch what happens when I stand in front of the left one. The right one has a nice cutoff. That certainly won't blind anyone. Now I'm going to stand in front of the right one, and you can see why I'm changing. The left one just puts out a big giant ball of light, which is great for off-road, but these aren't sold as off-road. They're sold as DOT SAE lights. Alright, now I'm going to go put on the high beams. Okay, here's both lights together. I'm going to stand in front of the left one, and you can still see the cutoff of the low beam, and now there's a new high beam spot that is very distinct. And so now I'm going to stand in front of the new LED, and we have pretty much the same on the old LED. It's just a big ball of light, which is okay for brights. I can't say which one's brighter. But they're both bright. Okay, we got a nice sunny afternoon here. It's up to 50 degrees for a little while until the sun goes down. Anyway, today we're going to put LED brake lights, tail lights, and backup lights in the Jeep. It's an easy task if one knows how to do it. You need a 10mm socket and an extension, and I like to use this little speed handle. I made it out of a extension and just bent a zigzag in it so you can use it to turn things quickly, and it saves a little time. It's kind of like a crank. So anyway, there's 3 bolts and a tab on the bottom, and if you don't know how to get it out, you can break the tab off. And I found when I inspected this Jeep that tab was broken off. It actually goes in a slot here, and so you have to pull out instead of up. And when people pull up, it breaks this off. Probably would be fine, but replacements are still available and they're pretty cheap. So anyway, this top lens is the brake light. There's a little tab that push down and pull out the light. Strangely enough, Jeep has put a double filament bulb in both the brake light, tail light combination and in the backup. So you can actually use just one bulb in both places. I haven't looked at the turn signal, but it may be the same. Let's take a look and just for curiosity's sake. Yep, it's got a double element bulb in it too, even though it only really needs to do one thing. So one thing you can do is to solder the two positives together and use both elements for turn signal and both elements for backup. And I'll probably do that later at some point. But right now I just need to get my LEDs in and find out whether they're actually an improvement or not. Okay, we have both bulbs in the correct direction and we're ready to go back together. Okay, we have one done. I'm not going to do the other one because I want to do a nighttime test where I compare the old against the new and see if the LEDs are what they're supposed to be. Okay, it's nice and dark out. I'm going to go turn on the tail lights. Okay, recap. Left side is whatever was in the Jeep when I bought it a few weeks ago, probably incandescent. Right side is LED. Okay, now we're going to turn off the tail lights and I'm going to flash the brake lights a few times. Okay, now we're going to do backup lights. Okay, I got some artifacts, photography artifacts. So there's my backup lights. I'm going to go stand in the middle and see how it looks from there. Okay, I got a lot more coverage over there on the side, on the LED side, and it seems to project back farther. They look visibly dim and a little bit yellow in color. So I'm definitely going to put the other second LED in the headlight, and I'm going to put the super bright LEDs in the back. I consider this a complete success. The LEDs are bright white, they make more light, they react quicker to things like the brake pedal, which I couldn't see, but I suspect I'll see it when I review this. And so remember, the reason I'm making this video is to keep people from making the same mistake I did on the headlights. So my recommendations are: don't buy LED headlights unless you know firsthand that they're going to have a good pattern, or that in their sales literature they show you a good pattern with cutoff. Because from the research I've done, there's quite a few LED manufacturers that make LED headlights much like the ones I'm trying to get rid of, with no cutoff. And so furthermore, I'm only going to buy headlights that have the projector type lenses in them. That's what my Scout has, and it has an amazing pattern. And now that's what the Jeep has, and it also has an amazing pattern. So with that, I'm going to conclude this video and say goodbye from Idaho, and good night. As usual, if you like or dislike my video, please select the appropriate button and let me know why. I really appreciate comments, and I will answer every one. If you're new to my videos, please select the subscribe and the notification bell to get more videos like this.